Okay, we're gonna jump into our upper body workout slash movement assessment. Just like with the lower body one, we're gonna start with a quick warm up. We're gonna go through 4 movements, and we're gonna do those 4 movements 3 times. It's called a superset. We're gonna do each one and then go on and do each one again. So starting with the warm up, and then we're gonna move into the workout, the assessment. And just like with the last one, we're gonna do 3 workouts on the upper body assessment. You're gonna do it 2 times through, and then on the 3rd set, you're gonna record it. All right. So starting with the warm up, we're going to start here on the ground. So going belly down, laying flat on your stomach. We're going to do Superman. All right. So this one, flat on your stomach, hands out in front of you. Okay. And we're just going to lift our hands. Right now my head's up so I can talk, but when you're doing this, your head will be down. All right. Your head's going to be down, your hands are going to be out in front of you, your feet are obviously going to be stretched up behind you, and you're just going to lift your hands and your feet up off the ground. Like you're flying, like you're doing Superman here. All right, that lifting motion is going to be created from your glutes in your lower body, and by bracing your core, just like when we're talking about on the lower body workout, you want to set the position with your glutes, lock it into place with your core. You're doing relatively the same thing here in this motion. So you're going to have your core engaged, you're going to engage your glutes, and you're going to engage your shoulders. All right? We're going to do this. We're going to do this 10 times. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, from there we're going to go to our hands and knees. And we're going to do wrist rocks. So we'll turn this way so you can see a little bit better. We're just on our hands and knees. Knees are about hip width apart, hands are shoulder width apart, a little bit in front of our shoulders. So our wrist on the ground is just in front of our shoulders. And we're going to rock forward to our shoulders in front of our hands now, and using our hands like a gas pedal, we're pushing ourselves through the balls of our fingers here, back. All right. And as you come back, I want you to come all the way back. Here, getting a little bit of a stretch through your hips. Come back forward. We're going to do that 10 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, from there we're going to go to the into a plus push-up. You can either do a knee push-up or you can do a full push-up. All right, I'll show you from both. The plus push-up is essentially a push-up with no elbows, all on shoulders. So your arms aren't going to press at all. You're just going to let your shoulders drop and push back up. So we're doing push-ups with just our shoulders. You may not have a lot of movement here, and that's completely okay. That's what we're here to work on, okay? But as we're doing this, dropping our shoulders, dropping our chest between our shoulders, and up. We're going to do 10 of those. And if you're on your knees, if you need a little bit more, you can be a tabletop and do them as well. If you want it a little bit harder and you can handle it, bring your knees out behind you a little bit further. We're going to do 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and now we're going to hop up onto our feet here. And this one we're going to do just like we were doing yesterday with our lower body. We're going to hinge at the hips, having our chest fall forward. All right, we're going to have our hands hang out in front of us here, and we're going to do a row. We're going to rotate our hands and then do an overhead press. Okay, doing this, we are using the same bracing principles of setting the position with your glutes, locking into place with your core. We're hinging at the hip, not our lower back. We're hinging at the hip. Okay, our hands are in front of us, and we're going to go ahead and do 10 of these. So you're going to row, rotate, press. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Perfect. All right, so that's what we're going to go through. We're going to go through each of those movements 3 times. All right, and once we finish those, go ahead and pause the video now, complete your warm-up, and then when you're ready, go ahead and start the video back up, and we'll jump into the workout. All right, jumping into the workout, we're going to do, just like we did with the lower body, we're going to go through 3 of the movements. We're going to do 2 sets, and then on the 3rd set, you're going to record it. All right, so first things first, we're just going to do a plank. Here, I want you on your forearms, your feet out behind you. You're just going to hold yourself up. So when we're in this plank position, you're bracing, right? So we're engaging the glutes to set the position, and then you're engaging the core, your abs, to lock into place, and you're holding that for a full 15 to 30 seconds. So 30 seconds if you can, 15 if you can. If it's less than that, go ahead. If you can't do a full 15, that's completely fine. That's what we're here to assess, okay? All right, so first one, get on your hands, or forearms and knees. Knees come up off the ground. You set the position with glutes, engage your core, and we're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Let your knees come down. Bring them underneath you. Let them come back up. All right. So next we're going to jump into next workout / assessment. You can see me over here. When we do the assessment, I'm going to move the video so you can see this a little bit more. But right here we're going to do a row. So if you have a band, if you don't have any equipment like a band or anything like this, don't worry about it. Go ahead and skip over this assessment. We'll get in touch and we'll figure out a better way for you to do this assessment, or the possibility of getting a band. As you can see, I just have an old physical therapy PT type band here. Nothing fancy. If you have some good ones, use them. I have good ones, but they're all locked in storage. So right now we're using this. All right. We're going to put it about nipple height, so chest height. All right. Hands straight out in front of you, and we're just going to row. All right. We're going to bring it back. We're using our back for this motion, so we're not using our biceps, so we're not bringing them in like this. We're going to use our upper back to bring our elbows back as far as we can. Okay. We're not going to go into too much detail on how to do this properly because I actually want to see how you do it improperly. But again, coaching points: engage your glutes, lock in, set the position. Set the position with your glutes, lock into place with your core. All right, keeping that neutral spine. Head straight up and row. Doing 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so after we do the row here, we're going to go into a push-up. With the push-up here, you got your 2 options. You got your knee down push-up, and you got a full push-up. Okay, we're gonna do 10 reps here, or your max, your gentle max. And what I mean by that is don't push yourself too hard, but if you can't do 10, do as many as you can. And we'll watch that. And that's the point. Like if you can't do 10, that's part of the assessment. We need to see what we can do. All right, so 10 push-ups here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So again, with the workout, we're gonna do 2 sets, and then on the 3rd set, we're gonna record all the movements. When we're doing the recordings, when we're doing the plank,